What's going on, guys? We're getting ready for a 5 mile run this week, today actually. And before, I want to really talk about how I get ready for these runs, how I get ready for anything like long distance and endurance wise. The biggest thing when it comes to is hydration. This is during your workout, this is before your workout, and this is after your workout. So we're going to talk a little bit about this this week in this vlog, and we'll just go through about how I do it, and take any tips or tricks. Ask me some questions in the comments if you want. I love to answer them, and we'll see how we go. So just like getting up in the morning, I always start off with some water and some salt water, right? So put some Himalayan salt water and chug that down, and then I'm getting ready to go run. So one thing I'll drink before, this is Pro Mix's hydration mix, and this stuff is literally like it's the best. It has a ton of sodium in it, 220 milligrams, so that it keeps the water, it keeps everything in you. You're not like going out on a long run and having to take a piss. I'm telling you right now, it's the worst thing that happens. Like, you're going out on a 10, 12, 15 miler and you got to stop your good run to go take a piss, right? So when you take stuff in, you want to keep it in your body. It has some sugar in there to keep you, energized throughout your run, and all natural ingredients like Pro Mix does. They don't put any BS in any of their products. Like, other brands will put a ton of fillers, a ton of, artificial flavors and stuff in there. So yeah, this is what I take before I run, and then I'll also put a couple scoops in here for during my run. Like about midway through, I'll take a little bit, and then right after, I love to put some in as well. So again, you can go onto the Pro Mix site and grab some. I think this is the lemon lime flavor. I think it tastes pretty good. And they really have an unflavored one as well if you want to go ahead and mix it with something else. But cheers, guys. What's going on, guys? So out here on the Oxon Hill High School track, gonna get 5 miles in. I just got done doing a little stretch that I do before I start running. I got my Pro Mix hydration. Like I said, staying hydrated before, and when I say before, it really starts the night before, the day before, right? Like, don't think you can just wake up in the morning and get hydrated before you run. It's not gonna go out well. Like right now, I'm in the cold, so you're not sweating as much. But if you're talking about a summer day where it's 85, it's humid, it's 90 degrees, and you're just dripping sweat, you gotta make sure you're hydrating the night before, right? So getting in your salt water, right? Getting in a lot of electrolytes, staying hydrated, eating the right food, because really, like, the day of running, the morning before, it's not going to do that much for you. Yeah, it's good to add the electrolytes in before you run. It's good to add the electrolytes while you're running. Right after you're running is super important for recovery. But the main of it, the bulk of it, is going to happen the night before. So make sure you're staying hydrated. And then, Pro Mix is great, right? They don't put any artificial flavors or any like preservatives or any BS in their stuff. So getting some like good electrolytes in your body. If you don't if you're like, yo, Lynn, I can't go spend the money on Pro Mix, get some water, go buy some Himalayan sea salt, dump some in there, mix it around, and just drink that, right? It's super important to get a lot of sodium in your diet so that you're retaining the water, you're staying hydrated, and it'll just make you feel overall better. So yeah, I just got a little warm up in. It's cold out today. We're gonna take this stuff off, get into the run gear, and get these 5 miles going. Let's get it, guys. Yo, so I'm getting ready for this run. Lately, I've been listening to David Goggins came out with his new book, Never Finished. So I've been throwing that Audible on. If you haven't listened to it, it's pretty great. Just like hearing his story and him going even more in depth. If you listen to his last book, Can't Hurt Me, and now like getting just like one step further into like Goggins' story, we all know he's a wild ass dude. So it definitely is cool to kind of like get into that
and learn more about it. But what do you guys listen to, right? Are you music people, right? You're usually either like a music person or a podcast person, maybe an Audible book guy while you're doing these long runs. But if you're watching this, drop something that you're listening to in the comments below. Let me hear. Give me some juice. Give me some juice. You know, I like switching up. Sometimes I'm listening to Drake while I'm running, or, you know, I'm just listening to whatever. I put my phone on shuffle, or sometimes I go on like an Audible book podcast. So drop what you guys are listening to below. Give me some juice, and I'll keep sharing what I'm listening to as well. But yeah, let's get into this run, guys. Almost 3 miles in here on this 5 mile run, and just enjoying it, right? It's about 26 degrees out. It's cold, but sun's out, and we're grateful for another day. A lot of times, man, you don't want to get up. A lot of people ask me, hey, how do you do it running in the cold? Quit making it an option, you know? I have a goal right now. We're all getting ready to run this sub 3 hour marathon in April. I can't take off because it's cold out, you know? That's just where I live, right? Being in the DC area, it gets cold in the winter. So you layer up like we are right now and just get after it and start running, you know? So a lot of times, man, people are just looking for excuses. It's cold out, so what? It's hot out in the summer, so what? It's not always gonna be 65 degrees and sunny. If you gotta run today, get out and fucking run. It's plain as that. So, got 2 miles left here. About to lock back in, but get after it today. What's up, guys? Just finished 5 miles. It's Wednesday. Feel really good, you know. Just been very focused on recovery, sleep, hydration, all that stuff, and it's super important, you know, doing the things the night before, the days before, stretching and hydrating. So when you come out here and you're training, you don't have to think about anything else. You just are able to lock in and focus on what you want to focus on and get your running. And that's what I did today, you know. You deal with all these other outside things, life happens, it's cold as shit outside. Doesn't matter, you doing those other things right, that's what matters, and that's what allows you to have successful days out here on the track, on the trail, whatever run you're doing. And this doesn't just go for running, this goes for lifting as well, right? Like, if you're in the gym and you're trying to hit a PR, and the day before you're eating a bunch of shit, you're not gonna hit it. You're just not, you know? But so focus on the right things, focus on the controllables. And I was listening to Goggins' new book, Never Finished, on this run. And he's talking about, he says, discipline is the only thing that allows you to reach freedom. And it is so true, right? You don't want to wake up in the morning, it's cold outside, you got all these other things going on, your body hurts, your body's sore. Like, I mean, putting in 30-mile weeks right now, right? I don't feel 100%, but I'm doing everything to allow me to feel as good as possible. And those mornings where you want to hit the snooze and you don't want to go work out before work, and you don't want to go do those things you don't want to do, that's what makes you better, that's what makes you stronger. And yeah, discipline equals freedom. I love that saying. So guys, get out here, man. Whether you're on the East Coast and it's cold right now, or you know, you're somewhere where it's warm out, enjoy the weather, embrace the suck, and just get a little bit better. Thanks for coming out here today with me.
This has literally been my breakfast for years. and I'm just gonna give you a little tips. I got some ice in here to make the shake a little bit colder. I got 8 ounces of this almond milk. It's got no BS in it, right? It's just almonds and water. And then I'm gonna throw in roughly like two tablespoons of this yogurt in here. And really the reason behind that is to get some, having a healthy gut is super important. And I think it's something not enough people talk about, right? Like having like a healthy gut, taking probiotics, prebiotics, and stuff like that. So that's really why I'm putting in like this yogurt into my diet. And this is a great one. Coco June doesn't have any, again, like no BS. It's just natural ingredients. I love it. It doesn't taste too bad. If you like yogurt, you'll love it. I'm not a huge yogurt guy, and it still tastes pretty good. So then I'm gonna throw in some this organic peanut butter, again, roughly like 2 tablespoons of it. Throw this in here. Don't forget to put the honey in there. Just throw some extra carbs and some sugar in there. Again, like get the honey, check the back of the ingredients, right? It really should have only one ingredient, that should be organic honey, right? Make sure they're not putting sugar and extra stuff in here. Yeah. So you throw as much as you think is necessary in there. And then again, we got the best protein in the business right here. We got the Pro Mix grass-fed whey isolate, Dutch chocolate. That's the flavor I go to. In this thing, right, we're gonna do 2 scoops, 160 calories. We got 31 grams of protein. We only got 10 carbs. So this is just a great protein to have if you don't want something that's gonna put a lot of weight on you right now, especially with me, with cutting weight and losing weight throughout this process. This is a great protein to get your protein in. It's super lean alternative right here. And we'll throw 2 scoops of it in there. And that's the protein shake, guys. That's what we're working with here. This is my favorite post-workout snack. This is how I like to start my days and get everything going. So if you like it, if you try it, let me know. Let me know what you think about it in the comments. If you have something that you do differently in your protein shakes, let me know. Put it in the comments and we'll talk about it. I'm willing to try yours if you want to try mine. Y'all have a good one. Thanks for watching this.